What's up, guys? Your boy, 22K13. Gonna talk about 10 ways WWE could book NXT Takeover UK special. And this comes from WhatCulture.com. WWE announcement of a UK NXT tour this December is a big progressive step for the brand. It is the first major opportunity to turn NXT into a money-making attraction, with 7 straight nights of wrestling across some of the United Kingdom's biggest cities. Attendance is expected to high with probable sellout. UK fans are passionate about their pro wrestling and are eager to experience the quality that is being produced by NXT men and women. With big passionate crowds expected, WWE could be thinking about turning one of the tour shows into an NXT Takeover broadcast on WWE Network. The idea would be that it illustrates NXT as big league and exciting, with thousands of fans cheering the action on. In the past, NXT Takeover shows have been broadcast on a Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturday. The next one is scheduled for Wednesday, October 7th. So in theory, a UK Takeover would be on the Wednesday of the tour, which is the London event on December 16th. That also makes sense as it is the main UK city, and WWE like to emulate their main UK broadcast from there. With a decent chance of WWE making that date in NXT TakeOver UK, here's how they should book that event. Chances are it also be the format they use for the other dates on tour. Number 10. The roster they take. The announced roster so far for the tour is NXT Champion Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Bayley, Tyler Breeze, Dana Brooke, Emma, and more. Clearly it is going to have to be many more names than that, and fans will be hoping that some of the NXT wrestlers on the main WWE roster will be featured. People like Kevin Owens and Sasha Banks are still mainly renowned for NXT, and fans will want to see them featuring on the UK tour. There are also the range of new wrestlers like Apollo Crews, who are bound to feature in a big way, and currently injured stars like Hideo Itami and Sami Zayn who could be back by the end of the year. There might even be a temptation to take someone from the main roster on the tour, like they have done with Cesaro on NXT in the past. Number 9. The presentation on WWE Network. WWE Network will hype NXT TakeOver UK for weeks, using it as the basis for all of their NXT television storylines. However, they would have a problem of time difference for the actual TakeOver show. As a result, they probably do what they do when they film Raw in the UK, record it to broadcast a few hours later but still acting as if it is live. It means results will be available on the internet for around 5 hours before the actual show airs, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. People who read those spoilers, they would still be likely to watch. Other fans would just have the common sense to avoid the wrestling website for a few hours until they watch the show. Number 8. Adrian Neville vs. Kevin Owens. Adrian Neville is an absolute must for a tour of his homeland. What WWE could do is book him in a feud with Kevin Owens on the main roster, and then transition it over to NXT for the TakeOver tour. The accumulation of the feud will be TakeOver special in London. Neville will be over hot, and Owens will be in his element as the foreign heel. It had been done before on NXT, but this time it will be with a big crowd and hometown hero story. It'd be so much bigger than what they did last time. It will undoubtedly be a hell of a match, as both men are fantastic pro wrestlers. The result will have to be never going over, giving the UK fans something to cheer about. Number 7. Conor vs. Sasha Banks. With reports that WWE have signed Japanese women's wrestling sensation Conor, expect her to be matched with some of NXT finest in the coming months. Hopefully, it will involve Sasha Banks going back to NXT for a few shows, with the storyline being that she's the best women's wrestler in WWE and isn't going to let Connor's international reputation take her spot. They could match up as a UK takeover in what will be booked as a 20-minute wrestling classic. NXT's reputation is built on wrestling quality, and this would surely deliver. Plus, Banks is a favorite of so many NXT fans. She'd be a big miss if the UK tour didn't have her. Conor will go over with a plan to do matches for the women's title in 2016. Number 6. Samoa Joe vs. Tyler Breeze, with Samoa Joe as one of NXT's biggest babyfaces and Tyler Breeze as one of their biggest heels. It is a natural fit that they feud with each other. They also both at that upper echelon of the mid-card, bordering on being in the main event of the brand. A match between them could well be considered a number one contender bout. It would be a very good match for the crowd to enjoy. Breeze is underrated, is a performer, while Joe is universally respected for his in-ring abilities. It would make for fine wrestling and solid heat. Breeze had a proper heel gimmick and never looked to play the cool heel card. It is about time that WWE gave Breeze a renewed push, so the result should be to get the win over Joe. They can protect the Samoan by booking Breeze to have his feet on the rope or a handful of shorts. Number 5. Team PCB vs. Emma, Alexa Bliss, Alicia Fox. Getting paid on this card is important. She's one of the earliest NXT products and hails from the UK. That makes her a natural for a starring role on this show. She's someone that a UK NXT fan can really get behind. It is also important to get Charlotte and Becky Lynch on the UK show, as they two are the big reason NXT is as over as it is. Even with them mainly on the Raw roster now, people still associate them with NXT. WWE will have to throw together a heel team to face PCB, as Dana Brooke is likely to be in another match on the card. As such, Emma could team with Alexa Bliss and Alicia Fox. It makes sense that Fox is there, as it could link to the rivalry that PCB have with her on the main card. Needless to say with this one, the faces win with a Page PTO. Number 4. Apollo Crews vs. Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin impressed a lot of people with his performance against Samoa Joe at NXT Takeover Brooklyn. He's a big guy with a great look, and you can be sure that he'll be getting even more spotlight in the coming months. Likewise, Apollo Crews looked very good in his Takeover Brooklyn match. He's definitely going to have success in WWE, bringing excellent athleticism and pro wrestling experience from the indie scene. Putting Crews and Corbin together is reflective of their place on NXT mid-card. It would be a good match, with the right sort of face and heel dynamic already there. In this instance, WWE will probably put Corbin over. They are looking to really make him a much bigger star, and he got the look that will work on the main roster. Number 3. The Vaudevillains vs. Blake and Murphy vs. Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy vs. Jason Jordan and Chad Gable Tag Team titles. A fatal four-way for the tag title will ensure that NXT main tag teams see action on the UK tour. It will also give them necessary spotlight on the WWE Network special. Presuming the Vaudevillains are still champions, it could feel like time for a change by December. Blake and Murphy have already had a reign, while Enzo and Big Cat are over enough without the belt. The team who could really benefit would be Gable and Jordan. Both are athletic guys with good looks, so WWE are probably wanting to see them push. Four-way matches aren't exactly the most thrilling bout, so maybe they even book it as a ladder stipulation. Number 2. Bayley vs. Dana Brooke Women's Title. Dana Brooke isn't exactly the most popular person with the WWE audience, but Triple H absolutely loves her. She expects to get on a very big push toward the NXT Women's Championship. In truth, she'll probably win it. Triple H likes the fact she comes from a fitness weightlifting background, and she also has a classic diva look about her. The only problem is her limited wrestling ability, hence why the fans hate her. But that hate actually ends up benefiting Brooke. She's meant to be a heel, so all the boos are good. Putting her against Bayley will help carry her to a good match, and putting the belt on her will lead to some seriously heated rematches. It won't go down well with the UK crowd, but it could be the way WWE go with a December takeover show. And number 1. Finn Balor vs. Hideo Itami vs. Sami Zayn. NXT title. The story behind this will be that both Itami and Zayn are back from injury, going straight after the NXT title. Balor should be overstrong with the UK crowd, given that he wrestled there for years and they're a strong Irish population. The finish will be a shock heel turn from Itami, bringing a shot in the ring to take out both Balor and Zayn. He then pinned Balor to become the new NXT champion. is a move that needs to be made. With the Tommy face run being bland as bland can be in the past year, it also opened up some great possibility for feud in 2016. As for the match itself, Bella, Tommy, and Zayn are three of the best wrestlers in NXT. They undoubtedly provide the NXT Takeover UK crowd with something to remember. Well, that is, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Peace.